things. Like, how can I have held that? Oh, we're back here.
There they are!
You did what had to be done with the Tasker.
You did it!
You said you'd avenge her, and you did. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment, there's no way she saved herself from that ship.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
In her final moments, I'm sure she counted you as a friend as well.
We have one custom vote for a Halloween game.
No surprises here. But your shoulders separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the next game, and then we're gonna do the hollow. It's like a lot of Dracula stuff.
Diaz,
Yeah?
did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser? We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us?
We'll have to stop them,
Yeah,
no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
I
guess
agree.
We have to be ready for that.
That game ruled. That game was a fun one to actually edit. It was a pain in the butt to edit, but it was fun to
Can't
edit.
believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chobok. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
You know what? I want to see him too. It'll be nice to get one piece of normalcy.
I'm sure we can count on him for that.
I can't believe it. You evaded the Takan, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it.
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come. I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
The Academy? Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that.
After this, you'll probably get a personal invitation to show them how it's done. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda?
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Being evil.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain Solano?
He was turned into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer, but none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
We'll just have to step up and work that much harder to help Captain Rydek.
It's gonna take all of us.
Talk to you later.
It is agreeable to see you again.
Is that so?
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
I concur.
You should know your absence has left engineering terribly short-handed. During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule on both regular and irregular duties.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
Seems like you could use some help around here. We're ready to go to work.
I'd like to catch my breath for at least a few minutes, Carter.
No deal.
Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zeldi, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action. You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
Staff meeting. I'm just second technician. Or something. I don't know. Maintenance person.
I tended to an Illidian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Illidians are no longer enemies. I'd always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away. There's still a lot of bad blood.
Well, if there's any way I can help, let me know.
I'll take you up on that. It's good to have the support of a Starfleet captain, I'm sure.
It's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here.
See, we're getting our thing now.
We're almost done.
Apparently it's like an
I have to brief
infusion.
Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
So,
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Taconian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust, but an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
I still need and value contrary opinions. I don't want everyone agreeing with me when they feel otherwise.
Oh, you'll know when Lieutenant Bedrosian doesn't agree with something. She's not shy about making her opinion known.
has she resigned yet? She threatened
Chaotic
to.
last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust, but if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified. You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
To be honest, Lieutenant Bedrosian feels like the perfect fit for the position.
I would otherwise agree. But given what happened, that'll take some work on your part. You're as good as new.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
I'll do it.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Now we can't wait.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
I'm here to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship. Not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain, and I apologize, but my heart is not in it any longer, and to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
I don't like her.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Ermot.
I don't like her.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving up in the world.
These are unusual times, Mr. Chovak.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsolar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
Well, I could say the same thing about Edsolar here. She deserves as much of the credit as I do.
It's like a mutual admiration society.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
On screen.
Captain Rydick, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead, the Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time.
Look at his chest
are our
board
first line of defense.
behind him.
And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage. Of course, you know that as well as I do.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it.
Why would I say we can do this alone?
Our strength is drawn from our ability.
We can do
Work
this
together
alone.
towards a common goal.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphilion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So, what's the secret? How do we defend ourselves? Is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid getting bioformed?
I wish I could tell you the solution. But the truth is, there is no easy answer. There's no defense against bioforming. One-on-one or on a mass scale. At least, not that I know of.
We may not be able to stop it, but it might be possible to slow it down. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Duridium?
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And it might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
You say that it slows the process, but this doesn't actually stop the Takan from taking over, does it?
Correct. I can't be 100% certain, but it appears this is only a short-term solution.
Of course it
Also, it
does.
requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelions' attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydick from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but that's the idea.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
He will.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsolar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. You really
I
have
disagree.
some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
I disagree with that
Doesn't
logic.
the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
We found that only a Takan can operate their technology to its fullest. So, unless we want to try to do this with one hand tied behind our backs, we're definitely gonna need an assist from this portal guy.
I like that even less.
Like it or not, that's the truth.
Yes. Portal should be part of the away team. There's no question in my mind.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Why did I have my back turned to Spock? I feel like that was a poor position for me.
I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it requires. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got.
Smile. Nod. We got some smiles.
Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
It's raining tacos.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jara Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval, Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Voice authorization Rydek. Bravo 7 X-ray.
Captain's codes transfer. The updated command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
It is an honor and a pleasure to name Commander Westbrook as my new first officer.
Thank you, Captain. You made the right choice.
Congratulations, Commander. It's long overdue.
I know we've had our differences, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
Computer, Commander Westbrook is the new first officer of the USS
I made the other guy mad.
Awaiting voice
There was no
authorization.
option.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tango.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Everybody gets mad at
Nicely
me.
done. I think that went well.
Captain, could I have a word with you?
Give me a minute.
He's gonna say, I'm mad.
Look, I respect your decision, Captain. Commander Westbrook has seniority, and I can understand why you might have felt pressure to promote him. But what I can't understand is why you would choose someone so clearly unsuited for the position. It's the very reason why Captain Solano chose you over him. Because he knew Westbrook as first officer would be disastrous.
I know you're disappointed, but I trust his experience, and I need to rely on him now more than ever.
But that's just it. We can't afford to make any mistakes. And that's my concern with Commander Westbrook. Maybe I've had it wrong this whole time, but I thought we've had an excellent working relationship almost from the moment you first arrived. Yes, I was insulted when you didn't trust me with the information about Captain Solano being compromised, but I've always supported you, which is certainly more than you can say about Westbrook. He was always against you, especially with regard to Captain Solano.
Listen, I value your opinion more than just about anyone's. I rely on it. And if we're going to beat Galvin, I'll need your help now more than ever. So please, don't be discouraged.
I'll be fine. Just give me some time.
Thanks for that, analog. Analog. Line of fire.
I don't understand. Giving it everything she's got, well, it doesn't make a difference. Something is actively slowing us down.
Keep trying. What's the situation in engineering?
I can't raise them. Internal comms are down.
It's the ionic interference. It's spiking again. If we reinitialize the central communications trunk, it should compensate.
If I may, Captain. Communications are critical to ship operations, and I should go take care of this.
Go.
I was hoping we could buy enough time until Starfleet could send more ships. But it looks like we might have to face off against the Aphelion sooner than we might want. If it's just us, I don't like our chances.
I'll consider any suggestions from my first officer.
We're being pulled out of warp!
The Aphelion is closing on us, and fast.
Yeah, it's a telltale sign.
We're being hailed by the Aphelion. Galvin demands to be heard.
On screen.
On screen. He's not really Galvin, right? He's more like somebody else.
You thought you could run? That I would let you escape so easily after taking what's mine? How pathetic and predictable. At least you can take solace knowing you'll be a far braver Takan than you were as a cowardly Kobliad. Is it any wonder your people perished? If your every instinct is to run from a fight?
You underestimate the lengths I'm willing to go to ensure you don't succeed.
Sadly, this is as far as you'll get. We both know I hold your fate in the palm of my hand.
That's a big ship.
That I could crush you in an instant if I so desired. And as much as I'd like to, you have another purpose to serve. As one of us.
You know, he said that multiple times. I want you to be one of us. Like, it's
Red
like...
alert! Handar, get us out of here!
I think I would still need
evasive
the infusion.
maneuvers.
You know? Hey, Javelers. Hey, we're moving. Well, that's new. Is that some sort of cosmic vacuum cleaner?
They've hit the engineering section. No systems or structural damage, though.
Oh, I see.
They were targeting the crew, not the ship.
Captain, we have to respond. Hit him in the mouth. What are your orders?
I mean, if we have
Fire photon torpedoes. Target the source of the beam.
The Aphelion remains undamaged by the photon torpedoes, Captain. And its shields are fully intact.
Well, duh.
It's too powerful to take head on.
Damage report from the lower decks.
I still can't raise them, Captain.
Could be that the system's down. Or that was the Takan bioforming ray. And there's no one left down there to respond. Takan may already be on this ship. No way of knowing how bad it is yet.
Get an urgent message to Starfleet Command. Tell them we've been hit by the Aphilion's bioforming ray. There may be hostile Takan aboard this ship.
I'll notify them at once.
I can only do one of those things? Like, I feel like I could have done all three of those things.
Now go. Get to the transporter room.
He did his thing. Look at him, he's almost smiling. Phaser dodge. I love how they tell me how to run. Whoa, what the heck?
We don't know who's on what side, Carter.
I don't know, just look at her face. You can tell what side she's on. Look at her face. Her face says, I'm not on your side. Yeesh. Well. Oh, the box. That box did nothing to nobody.
Oh! Transporter room 1.
You're coming with us?
A security officer told me your funeral, which I gladly accepted.
These are concentrated Duridium doses. You need to take the dose as soon as you're exposed for it to be effective. Hell, take it right before if you can get the Takan to wait while you do it.
Oh, I'm supposed to take it.
I'm having trouble locking onto the transporter path through the interference.
I've done this before. I have to align the transporter with the tetrametric signature.
Oh, fun. We gotta do this again.
We need to tunnel through the shields. There's a problem. We don't have enough power to make the jump. I might be able to divert power from...
Stand aside. The signal is now resolved. I couldn't let you fumble about any longer.
Thanks for that.
No need. We must be on our way. I am Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Nice to meet you, Portal.
We're right behind you.
Do us proud over there.
I feel like we should have met him before.
Ready to transport. On your order.
Energize.
You know, not meeting him before seems like an oversight. I don't know. He kind of doesn't like being disrespected and stuff, so I feel like we should have, like, told them, ooh, looks nice in here.
The glory of it. This ship is a marvel. Even to me. It's almost a shame we have to scuttle it. The galaxy has never seen a ship like this.
It is beautiful. I'll give you that.
Resolute, come in!
We're losing cohesion.
I'm gonna try to use my tricorder as a pattern enhancer.
The signal's gone. Are they there? Did you get them?
They didn't make it.
Oh my god. We have to get to the Cartabula and disable.
Two more red shirts.
Hopefully before the battle.
They've been red shirted.
Served up for the Aphelions' next meal.
I am saturated in Taconian power readings. I can't feel the source just yet.
Scanning.
This way.
No, that doesn't count. That's when we die. Not when other people die. Power play. Suddenly hockey.
I can't reach anyone. At least not on the lower decks. It's like they're all gone. The comm systems seem to be operational again.
That bioforming ray may have transformed dozens of crew members on the lower decks.
This ship could be swarming with resurrected Takan. It's only a matter of time before they come to their senses and take action.
Which means we have a narrow window of time to cut them off before...
Captain, we're holding them off as best we can on Deck 9, but...
If they spread throughout the decks, we'll never know who to trust. It'll be a civil war aboard our own ship.
I need actionable information. How many have been affected? Can this be contained? Send a team to investigate and assess the situation, and have them report back immediately.
I'm sending a team to investigate right now.
And what happens if some of the bioformed manage to escape? How should the crew engage them? Or should they? We don't want suspicion to run rampant.
Captain Solano had a favorite proverb from Earth. Trust but verify. Everyone should assume we're all on the same side. But at the same time, they should watch for anything abnormal.
Have we heard anything from Commander Ermot?
I thought that was
No.
the other guy.
And he's been gone for quite some
Captain.
time.
The comm system he went to investigate. It's near the affected area.
Are you sure it wouldn't have happened?
Commander Ermot. Commander Ermot, can you hear me?
Computer shutdown initiated.
According to this, it was initiated by Commander Ermot.
What?
The central computer core will shut down in 10 minutes. We'll lose all critical ship functions. It can only be overridden by the captain of the core itself.
That's a stupid.
With me.
That's a. What the heck kind of stupid is this? It takes 3 people to transfer codes to me and 1 commanding officer to shut down the damn computer.
We went down to investigate the lower decks.
That's so dumb.
But some of them had already escaped. They attacked us immediately.
Just, making sure everyone's okay.
You have to get to the computer core! Go!
The master console is up there.
Oh, it's this place.
I don't have much time.
This is like a we've been to this room, remember?
Captain
Miranda
Reich,
was here.
It's me, Commander Ermont. First Officer Westbrook insisted I find you immediately. Let me get this door open. I think I remember the code. I hope you haven't been hurt, Captain. It's not safe here. I'll get you somewhere more secure.
Tell me, where were you when the bioforming ray hit the ship?
Where was I? I was on my way to help resolve the problem with the comm system. On Deck 9. Now, Captain. Still getting used to these Federation weapons.
Computer termination sequence in progress.
Damn it!
I should have pointed my phaser. In the face! Aw, man. Oh, good. Did one of these. I like how the W is reflecting. That's kind of funny.
Be reasonable, Captain. There's a time to fight and a time to admit defeat.
Computer termination sequence in progress.
Get
Awaiting
wrecked.
Captain's authorization.
Cancel computer shutdown.
S. Kick him in the head. Or do that.
In the back of the head.
That works too.
Okay, wait. Just hear me out. Listen to reason. There's no need to do anything impulsive.
You just tried to kill me.
He's only acting on orders. It didn't mean any harm. You know we'd rather have you with us. We can make a deal, right? Come to terms.
Kill or stun? I had the choice. I'll do a stun. Sure.
Awaiting Captain's authorization. Awaiting Captain's authorization.
Cancel computer shutdown. Voice authorization, Rydick. Bravo. 7. X-ray.
Termination sequence cancelled.